Hey YouTube, well, I'm doing this video because vegan commenters on V-gan Booty's channel don't seem to understand how the law works in pretty much any country around the entire globe. Alright? Number one, you, as a patron or a customer, cannot go into someone's workplace, restaurant, whatever, and start screaming at him. That is not allowed. That is across the board for all workplaces. This is not negotiable. This is literally how it is. You can't do that. The owner of said establishment or person who's responsible for that place can remove you, physically or otherwise. They have that right. Alright, if you've gone in and you're screaming at people, staff and patrons or whatever, that is illegal. You can't do that. Secondly, you cannot provoke a response from the staff by screaming at them and their patrons, and then say on camera, film them punching us, and then get all upset because they actually did that. Well, I don't know if they did that, but I never saw that. But the point is, you can't do that, right? Because that's basically that's an admission of guilt. You're admitting that you're doing the wrong thing, and you're deliberately trying to provoke a response so that you can sue them or whatever. Yeah, that's kind of a counter argument, or not an argument. It's just a counterpoint. You can't do that. Their lawyers will just go, "You provoked a response." That's you provoking a response, admitting your guilt to provoking a response, and then being upset that that actually happened. Yeah. I mean, think about if I went into your workplace and started screaming at you for no reason. Would you be pleased about that, or would you be saying, remove this man, he's a nut job? I would think that the latter would be the obvious answer. Like, they're not going to go, oh, just keep screaming at us. They'll be like, the hell is wrong with you, man? Like, just get out. Like, obviously. Like, that's across the entire world. So, yeah, don't be upset that actually happens. All right? There is cause and effect. There is, there's a few things that are allowed in Australian law. All right? Let me explain a few things. There's known, when I did security, this is how the law worked. It's how it's continued to work. You, as the person of, say, a house, can use whatever means necessary to remove what you consider a threat. Deemed whatever you think the threat is to you. It's not what the other person says the threat is. It's whatever you deem the threat. So if you see someone and he's in your house and he has a knife, and you decide to sick your German Shepherd on them, and they bite their balls off, that's completely allowed. Because if you consider that was the only way to remove the threat, so be it. Not going to get the dog put down for that. That's just how it is. You shouldn't have broken into a house with someone with a knife. What did you expect was going to happen? Right? Secondly, there is no part in the law that actually states you have to lose a fight. This whole you can't defend yourself rubbish and the burglar or the criminal or whatever has more rights than you, that's not true at all. All right? If you don't actually have to lose. Legally speaking, you are not required to lose a fight to have legal rights. All right? As far as that goes, there's a thing called the one-up law. If they come at you with a closed fist, you can kick them. If they come at you, so for example, they push you, you can hit them. If they kick you, you can kick them back, kind of thing. If they come at you with a knife, then you can belt them with a maglite torch or whatever object is close to you. All right? You don't have to lose. That is legally not true in Australia. Nowhere in the law does it say you have to virtually die or lose a fight or get severely injured to win a court case. The fact is, if a criminal breaks into your house, they're breaking trespassing, they're threatening your safety. Same for a business, If the criminal breaks into your business and you were faced with a threat, your legal rights are basically You can use whatever you deem necessary to protect yourself, all right? So there's no, and you can ask a lawyer about that. They will tell you the same thing, because that's what the law says. That's actually what the law says. It's not up for interpretation. It's not up for made up gibberish you hear on the media. No, the law says you can protect yourself if you deem that it's necessary. All right, but there obviously has to be a cause and a probable cause. They often go on about this. It was often used as basically as a defense for the criminal was basically that you have to use proportionate response, like proportionate force. Well, thing is, proportionate force to me may be different to say the burglar or the criminal. I'm just using that as an example, or the person that's trying to fight you. You don't know what proportionate response actually is to get that person to stop fighting you or hurting you or trying to attack you or whatever, right? So it really comes down to what you deem as necessary. It's too much grey area there. It's not very specific, and quite frankly, how can you determine to win a fight? Where they would draw the line is if, for example, you went to protect yourself with capsicum spray. You can buy it and you can use it. All right? You have that right. But there is a limit. You can't spray someone, they go on the ground, and then you start kicking the absolute snot out of them. Like that's disproportionate, because they're already defenseless and you're attacking them still. So that's not allowed. So where you would draw the line is, say, you've capsicum sprayed them, they've fallen down, that's it. There's no further attack needed. That's it. That's as far as it goes. So I hope that clears all that little mess up for you vegan people that want to terrorize people in their workplace. Think about if we walked into your workplace. Would you think that your behavior would be anywhere acceptable? Of course it would not. It wouldn't matter if you lived in another Christian country, a Muslim country, a Buddhist country, a Hindu country, any country around the world. It is not acceptable to go into someone's workplace and scream at people. All right? Any workplace. It doesn't matter what the work is. You can't do that. All right? Legal. That's where we've drawn the line in the sand. Don't cross it. That's the only thing we need to say. I think we all understand each other. Peace.